Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a new mod map tour of Ladyhill. This is by FS Landscaping, 373.34 megabytes to download for all platforms. I'm going to go ahead and start by reading some of the description here, and then we will get into it. It says, welcome to Ladyhill, a real location in County Antrim, Northern Ireland, just north of Loch Nee. Sure, I'm probably saying all of that wrong, but there you go. This map is mostly just rural Irish farming with not much in the way of factories or productions, but it does have 2 large buildable areas to make your own. It has 8 small farms and 4 small farm areas, which all can be bought and sold and bought again without the need to sell any placeables. The ownership of the placeables will change accordingly. That's kind of nice. It also has a cattle pasture mod that can be placed into any field or yard and removed again without disturbing or reshaping the land. It holds 200 and is free, which will be good for cattle rotation roleplay. The map has a new starting farm for FS25, mud added to all field entrances, custom Northern Irish number plates, new reworked forest, grass-fed cows produce milk, that's nice, 158 fields, 4 cattle sheds, 8 small farms, 4 small farm areas, 2 large buildable areas, 29 different custom-built house models, 30 different custom-built shed models, custom grass and meadow textures, dirt bike racing track, field numbers matching farmland numbers. Let me scroll down here. Don't worry, we're almost done here. The ability to buy, sell, and buy again the same farm without working placeables. Custom lighting suited for Northern Ireland. Custom weather and temperature suited for Northern Ireland. I hope you enjoy this map. So there you go. It'll be hop on the menu here. We're down here on the bottom side here, but yeah, it's quite nice. I like it. What is it, like a quarry up here? What's going on up there? 180, that must be the racetrack, the dirt track up there. That's kind of cool. Got lumber mill up over there. Okay, debris crusher. But yeah, that's got to be the dirt track area up there. We'll take a look at that as we go. But yeah, quite a cool map. We own quite a few fields down here. We got 5 grass fields over here, 8, 11, 7, 10, and 166. And then we own 12, 17, and 16, which appear to have barley in them ready to harvest. Yep, and the grass also may be ready to go as well. So there you go. Nice little setup there. Let's just go back to that. So it looks pretty normal. But yeah, what do we got going on down there? We got a forklift down there at the dairy factory. Okay, probably for us to be able to use if we want to. I'm not going to go through and buy every single farmland just so we can see what every farm has, because there's a lot of different farms on here. There's 4 cattle sheds dotted about. It sounds like 8 small farms, 4 small farm areas, 2 large buildable areas. There's just a lot of stuff kind of happening on the map. So we'll try to do a quick little tour just so you guys get kind of an intro to the map. I know this came out a couple days ago, so I apologize for how delayed I am by map tours. I've just been working a lot, so it is what it is. But yeah, crops, looks like you can still do sugarcane stuff. I was worried when they said custom weather and stuff that you may not be able to do that, but it looks like you can still do that if you'd like to. We own the Rough Lane cattle shed to start off, which we can hear our cows out there for sure. We got 40 dairy cows and 80 brown Swiss, which is great. There are contracts in the fields you don't own. We obviously don't have any active contracts right now. We own a dairy, which is nice, and then we also have available a lumber mill sell point. Then for vehicles, I'm sure we have quite a bit of starting equipment here. We have the Albert bale spike, the Albert fork with grapple, Albert pallet fork. We have a Claas Evian harvester, a header for that. A Case IH RB 456 HD Pro, little round baler there. Farm Tech flatbed trailer. Farm Tech little slurry and liquid slurry or liquid slurry and digestate spreader there. A Flegel animal hauling trailer there. We got a little silage compactor, John Deere 3650 tractor, another 3650. We got John Deere 663R little front loader attachment there. We have a John Deere 6R. We have that forklift. Looks like we own it, so that's kind of nice. It's not just part of the map. We also have ourselves, and that dairy is ours down there as well. I should note, so that makes sense that we have a forklift down there. We also have ourselves a straw blower there, a feed mixer. Then we have a cultivator. We have a tanker for like our dairy products and stuff. We also have a header trailer. We have a tedder. We have a loading wagon, a plow, trailer, mower, windrower. We have a Skoda to drive around. We have a seeder, and that is everything. So we have a lot of different stuff going on, a lot of equipment on this farm, which is quite nice. And it's quite compact on the farm here. There's a lot going on in a small space, which kind of makes sense for the more UK-based maps. So yeah, now I know obviously Ireland's not in the UK. I'm very aware before you guys call me out down in the comments. Here we have ourselves a bunker silo. Out here we have ourselves some silage. Oh, it's fermenting grass. There we go. But yeah, Ireland is its own independent country. The UK is its own country. Northern Ireland is part of the UK, though, so in case you were wondering about that, if you weren't from that area. Right here, if I can get... Oops. Where can I... There we go. Okay. We can hold 80 cows here, which we have those 80 cows in there. Nice little shed here. Got some more stuff stored around here. Let me make sure I don't miss anything. We have... Okay, we have a silo. I already passed the cow shed. We also have ourselves the rough lane workshop. See, I don't like that when you zoom in, there's not a lot of detail. Like, I feel like it should be cleaned up a little bit so you can kind of see. It's just very blurry. And then we have, oh my goodness, don't play on this farm anymore. David is on our farm? You gotta be kidding me. David shouldn't be over here. Oof, that's rough. All right, rough break. Looks like yeah, we got a bunch of hay bales stored back here. Looks like they're about ready to fall out of that shed, but they're back there. It's kind of nice. Where's that silo at? Oh, here it is. Got rough lane silo right here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's work our way around here. Potentially, if I can get myself out of this place. Ooh, that texture looks rough. That needs like a sharper texture for sure. I think this is the workshop trigger. Yep, it's got a lot of stuff on it right now. Looks like that all is in here, and I'm assuming maybe next door. Harvester's on the other side, wasn't it? Anyhow, it looks like it's got quite the range for the workshop trigger. David's out here, just terrifying. We don't have a farmhouse, which is actually kind of odd, I feel like, for this map. But anyhow, let's see if we can't get over to our Skoda, wherever that's at. And actually, I should note our forklift down here is at our dairy production. We own this area down here. So, well, maybe not the land, but we own the dairy production. But that's getting our Skoda. Start cooking around, maybe. Oop, accidentally turn on those things there. Let's turn those off. All right. This is kind of the main way out, it looks like. Takes us down to the main road. And it is noon, and it feels... The lighting definitely feels different than standard, so they definitely adjusted that. Some of you may not like that, even if it is more realistic for Ireland. It makes it a little bit... I don't know, it's still a little dull on the map, it feels like. There's Walter. I wish Walter was at our place and not David over there. We got Ben up over there. Is that going to be... Oh, come on. Not click on NPC. Come on. Seriously? Zoom in over there to get a hold of the NPC. There we go. Got Noah right there. Okay. Yeah, and then down here I'm assuming Katie, because that's the animal dealer down there. So perfect. We're not going to drive around too much. We'll probably drive down and take a look at our dairy. We'll maybe pass by this guy right here. We got another... we got the McKinney Distributions sell point there. And then maybe we'll head up over here to where Ben's hanging out. And then maybe do a flyover for the rest of it. So, something like that, probably. Yeah, head down this way. Got a sell point off here on the right. Just right there. We'll keep going down this way. This will take us down to our dairy. A little bit of a drive to get to our dairy. And holy cow, these roads are a little rough. A little upsy downsy there. Then our dairy is just down here. Got all these trees there. Oh wow, a lot of tanker trailers over here. That's that was not what I was expecting down here. Maybe a couple, but that's a lot. So that's a lot, especially for how small that dairy is. Those tanker trailers are bigger than the building is. All right, let's head down this way if we can. Take a right on this road. This will take us up to where Ben's at, which I think he's at one of the other like farm areas that you can buy. Some weird stuff with the fields right there, so I'm not sure about that. Weird stuff where there's a different crop ready to harvest on the edge there. Boy, these roads are, well, not the roads, that was the side of the road there, but sides of the road are a little rough. A little rough here, throwing me about like a little Skoda ragdoll or something, I don't know. Alright, let's head up over this way. It's quite the drive to get over here to Ben, but we're working on it. Try not to crash too much. I lost it there. Yep, that's not good. Well, we're in this field now, that's for sure. So hopefully we can see. And Ben should be, yeah, we can see him from this field. looks like that's our indication to do a fly. This is rough even around the fields here. I feel like it should be maybe a little smoother. I don't know, maybe not. I'm not from Ireland, so maybe that is that rough. But anyhow, we got Ben sitting right there. Looks like there's a bag of, like, seed just up over here. You get this when you buy this land, maybe? Owned by you. Oh, we have a bag of seed over here for whatever reason. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and go into flight mode. Let's just take a look at this kind of from an aerial perspective here. So you got the edge of the map out here on the edge there. That was kind of contradictory. Well, not contradictory. That was... What's the word I'm looking for? I haven't had enough coffee yet today, okay? My second video of the day. I haven't had enough coffee. It is what it is. I can't talk, drive, do anything, so it's fine. But yeah, all right. Up over here, we got, this is kind of the quarry area that I thought it was, but it's going to be that dirt track. Up at the top, we got ourselves the debris crusher and the sawmill. So that's our other production plant on this map. Pretty cool. It definitely looks like it used to be a quarry. I don't know if it... Or is this the dirt track? This might actually just be a quarry, and this might be the dirt track over here. Yeah, I think that's actually the case. I mean, you probably could race down here, but I don't know. It also has tracks through it, so I don't know which one. I'm assuming this is the dirt track down here that looks very race-like. You can drive around and enjoy yourself down there, which is pretty cool. Like little details like that in the map. The quarry seems... It's massive. It's a huge chunk of this map. But, yeah, that looks beautiful out through there. That just looks gorgeous, seeing all those fields there. I think you can see lots of different little farm areas and stuff like that around and about. Now, I'm assuming you can't go... Can you go out on this yourself? No. All right, stops you. So it'd be kind of cool if you could go just out onto those to be able to turn around if you wanted to. I think that would be a cool feature. We do have a BGA up over here. Is that mentioned? That probably was mentioned in the description. I don't remember it, but... Got a BGA right here. I'm assuming if you buy the land, it's going to become yours. Oh, it's free? The BGA is free? Interesting. All right, well, you can get a free BGA over here. Don't know if that's intentional or not. We got the animal dealer from Riverbend Springs right over here. So there you go. Katie's hanging out up there. Head back down this way. I mean, I know that these are for, obviously, the AI traffic to turn around, which we're seeing a prime example of that right now, which is great. But it would be cool if we could use them as well, I think. Even if that meant they had to be a little bit closer to the map or on the map. But still cool. And then here's our starting farm here, which looks a little less chaotic from up above. But we don't have a sleep trigger, which is strange. And we, of course, have Ben hanging out right over there, which is also part of the problem. But, yeah. Anyhow. And then there's our dairy with the 10,000 tankers hanging out, which is strange. But, yeah. It's a cool little map. If you want a nice little Irish map to play on, this might be perfect for you. So... there you go. That's what I got for you guys today, though. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.